What's going on? What's up there in the land of YouTube today? What is going on? I want to talk about some pretty specific things right now, but first I want to let this car pass. Let me turn the Bluetooth on this phone off so that it's going to be, give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, so now you guys will be able to hear me a lot better, and I could take this case off as well. Okay, cool. What's going on? What is up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? What is going on? How are you guys doing today, huh? Man, it has been an absolutely fantastic day. The website coming out, transparency, peace, justice. You know, when I don't see you guys, there's a lot of work I'm doing behind the scenes. It's going to be really hard for me to I saw my friends JNS, good to see you guys. I saw a lot of friends pop through here, the tribe, nice to see everybody. Good to see everybody. Hit the number 1 button, let me know where you guys are watching from, if you would please. And do me a favor, can you type down in the chat box right there, where's Waldo? Where's Waldo? Where's Mr. Waldo? Where you at, Waldo? Where's Mr. Waldo? Where'd you go, Waldo? Where you at, Waldo? Where are you, Waldo? Waldo! Where's Waldo? I have to drive a great distance again right now to go meet with somebody else. And so I thought I would take you guys along for the journey, and we could talk about a couple of things that I think are pretty important to recognize and point out as we go down this journey. Give me 1 second. I'm just checking my map to make sure I know exactly where I'm going. What's going on? So listen, oh, I forgot. Hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button, if you would please. Everybody take your finger and hit the like button. Take your finger and hit the like button. Nobody is blocked, and nobody's gonna be blocked unless I specifically block you. Otherwise, you'll only be timed out. And moderators will not be blocking people until it just becomes that time where someone is just such a nuisance, then they get blocked permanently, which is so weird. It's so weird. But I do understand. You know, I have something coming up that I'm gonna talk with you guys about right now, and I'm gonna wait until I have all the graphics, but I'm gonna go down a checklist of exactly, you know, as you guys know, this channel is about changing our country, about correcting the system that's broken. And so when transparency, peace, justice comes out, which we are so close to being done with this website, I cannot wait for you guys to see it, so that the ideas that I have in my head can be articulated fairly and not made fun of, because it's a reality we could be living in now. It's a reality that we could be enjoying today. The Bill of Rights could actually become true now, and it's not. It's now. It's not like, oh my God, we could never do that. No. We could do the things that I propose in transparency, peace, justice right this second. It could happen right now. So, you know, I just can't wait. But, you know, and I do want to talk a little bit, because this is a video that I'm working on. Ooh, it's sunny, beautiful. I mean, look at this, just gorgeous. You guys have no idea. Wow. Just beautiful. How is everybody doing today, Mandy? Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. Good. I'm sorry I can't look at the phone. I really have to pay attention to where I'm driving and listen to the map and headphones. So, but I want to talk about the reality that so many, and by the way, I see all the videos people send me. If you guys send me videos, YouTube links, I watch those videos. And there's many videos that I've seen in the past couple days that are so egregious. I will not give up. Just remember that. I will not give up. So if this internet goes flickery, I will not give up, because I'm driving from rural into city, so internet will only get better as we proceed. So it might pop in and out a little bit here and there, but it'll only get better. And I simply will not allow it to beat me. It will not beat me. The internet will not beat me. Yes, I will always come back. I will not just hang up. I will sit on this dang thing until the cows come home, because I will not let faulty internet beat me. I won't do it. I'm driving from rural America into a city, so it'll only get better. The internet will only improve as we continue to go down. You're a putz, David Condon. David Condon's in the room, everybody. One of my longtime buddies. David, they make videos about you now, buddy. So we can move into transparency now. And what I was saying before the internet cut is we've seen such egregious, horrifically bad, the north-south striking of the man who was being held down by two people that I titled, you know, hey, Chad Goo, what do you think of this? You know, that video is still resonating in my mind, that in all the fights I've been in my life and all the fights I've seen in my lifetime between men and sometimes even between women, I've never seen two people hold down one person while the other person does elbow strikes from a superior position. I've never seen that before. That's the first time I've ever seen that, where two people held down someone and then the other guy did elbow strikes as though he had a gun in his head that he had to dislodge from his brain, you know. And so I've never seen that before. That's the first time I've ever seen that. I mean, as far as physicality goes between men, I've never seen anything like that before. So that's the first time. That's the first time I've ever seen that. So anyway, Flat Out Derp. What's up, Flat Derp? What's going on? What's going on, Playboy? What's going on? You know, Charlie is with a friend, playing with the friend, and for this night tonight, and then I'll be back tomorrow to get Charlie. Flat Derp got timed out already. Flat Derp, what happened, dude? What happened, man? I thought you came here to add something glorious to the conversation. So, you know, I want you guys to get excited about the website coming out. You know, I want you guys to get excited because transparency, peace, justice shows that the verbiage that we use, we keep using these tones, law enforcement, cop, police. These are the wrong terms to use. We don't want that. And I'll tell you what, the founding fathers, the philosophies that founded America certainly did not want law enforcement in America. Never did. Never did. And so we have to start to change that terminology. And I've been doing that the last couple of videos that I've done. And now I only refer to them as peace officers because that's the agreement that they sign. And so we have to start to change the verbiage. I mean, take a look at how powerful changing verbiage is. Take a look at it. How is it in America right now? If you try to tell someone what words to use, right? I mean, that's how powerful it is. But it is true that they sign a peace officers agreement. Am I incorrect about that? It is to honor the oath, to uphold the oath to the Constitution. It's a peace officers agreement, right? Naven's here. So good to see you, Naven. So good to see you. You guys, everybody hit the like button. There's only 80 likes. There should be, with 200 people, there should be more than that, for sure. For sure. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit distracted. I've been writing this website all day, and I just want to make sure that I cover all the bases on the website, and I cover as many details as I can about moving into a transparency nation, you know, much like England. But, you know, the first things first on the website, which I wrote today, and I'm just reading it and mulling it over, and, you know, but the first thing is we have to have a constitutional amendment that makes it a civil right for you to get any footage that the state has of you in relationship to you being charged with a crime or accused of a crime. That has to become a civil liberty. That has to be number one first. We do not want a transparent nation with law enforcers. We don't want that. If we have a transparent nation with law enforcers and in plain view doctrine, then what that means is that the cameras, anything they pick up, they can charge you with a crime. We have to fundamentally change this apparatus that has morphed itself into law enforcement and say, no, 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 we're going to create new systems where you guys are peace officers. I mean, there's just so many things. This system is broken. Hey, Chuck, I have that, I have the first part done. I mean, pretty soon, once it's posted, I'll sound like a broken record anyway, just repeating the same thing that's written on the website, because it's just simply true. Without us having a third-party agency that collects all the body cam footage, all the dash cam footage, and all the footage from the government, and unless it's a constitutional right, a civil right that is amended into our foundation, into our Constitution, into the Bill of Rights, then we really can't have a transparency nation. We just can't. Without that fundamental right to get the footage and all of it within 24 hours. Because if we just got the footage within 24 hours, there would be so many cases where you wouldn't be under felony indictment for a year. You wouldn't be under felony charges. You wouldn't have to worry about having meetings with the DA and trying to take a deal because you got to see all that footage within 24 hours. Could you just imagine that? And that's the first things first. Because look, we don't want a law enforcement nation. Look at what it's created. Look at exactly what we're living under. We're living under the rule of law, which is crazy. Rights protectors are to uphold our rights. And unless we have a constitutional amendment that we have the right to get the footage from the government, then we're never going to have an equal foothold. It's the same thing with guns, right? People, if you could pop your fingers and all guns would disappear, hey, right? But it's just not a reality. And so when the government tries to say, we want to reduce your guns, then we say, you already did. You guys outgun us now with all these different weapons. There's just more of us. So you want to take away our high-powered rifles. That would be the only way to fight back against tyranny. And we learned that from Vietnam. A sniper in a tower could hold down an entire platoon. So immediately you put the brakes on. You say, oh, want to get rid of my high-powered rifle? That's the only weapon we have against you bad people if you go bad on us. And so that's where we are with this. You can have all the cameras in the world, but if all the cameras in the world are given to a government that doesn't have a constitutional amendment created that says that they have to give us the footage, and if it's still under the umbrella of law enforcement, then it's impossible. And we don't want it. We simply don't want it. We have to change the entire system. It's from the roots down. The entire law enforcement, police officer, cop, gone. It has to be ripped out like the tooth back here that my dentist is ripping out. It has to be pulled out. We cannot live under law enforcement any longer. That has to change. It has to change, and it has to change now. We are the generation that will change it. And how do you know we're right over the target? Because look at the haters. We're right over the target. Oh, it's him. He's a criminal. He's a woman beater. He's all these crazy things they made up. Anything they can say. When you say this system sucks and it's got to be changed, then it's him. Oh, he's this, he's that. You know what? F you. not a single witness, not a single receipt that I've done any kind of major crime that created a victim in my life, ever. There's no victims of mine, but it doesn't matter. That's what I'm talking about. What is the problem? The system. The system is the problem. It will never work like this, giving one man absolute power over another with a gun and all kinds of weapons to hurt him, and no third party involved and no transparency. We have to change the entire system. Law enforcement has got to go. We have to go to rights protectors. And what they have to do is uphold your rights, not in plain view doctrine that's based on the war on drugs. Hey, Flat Derp, that's the third time I've seen you timed out, dude. The next time I'll go into my settings and I'll block you permanently, dude. And that's fine, I don't care. I can't see all the words, I can only... Country road, take me home to a place. No, there's someone just said something. Someone just said don't block anyone. No, there's about a dozen people who are blocked right now. I looked at the list before I came on, and there's going to be more people who end up getting blocked too because they're just vile. But remember, we're right over the target. The idea of ripping the system out by the roots and changing it to a decentralized system. When you centralize power, that's the definition of statism. Centralized power in government is the definition of what a statist is. What we want to do is have a decentralized peace officers corps. And all I've been doing is slowly but surely working on that with the website folk and trying to refine it so that it comes out clearly in the website exactly what my ideas are, so they can't be bastardized by morons who but that's the whole point. Anything to ridicule and scorn leadership, anything to belittle or to denigrate or to paint in a negative light will be done when you talk about getting rid of this jackboot thug system. And you know that because just in the past 2-3 days, the videos I've received have been so astonishing. I can't cover all of them. There's too many. There's too many videos of police hurting people. And as you can see, I'm using the term police because, you know, go back to that video where the guy has a hold of the handcuffs. He's holding onto the handcuffs. He won't let him get the handcuffs on him. And remember, the cop starts to rain down elbows on his temple as two people are holding him down with his hands behind his back. So essentially, that peace officer is elbow striking a man whose both of his arms are being held behind his back, and he's in a seal position. And he's elbow striking him in the head. He's elbow striking him. You could call it north-south. You can call it in the temple. You can call it in the back of the head. That's our system currently. If you don't comply with law enforcement, police, and cops, then they'll have two of their buddies hold your arms back behind your, arch your head up, and elbow strike you in the temple. It's so that you'll comply. All you have to do is comply, and you don't get elbow strikes in the back of the head. Is that the system of justice that our founding? No. Our founding fathers, based on the philosophy of John Locke, said liberty first, freedom first. You're free first, liberty first. And over time, we've seen it bastardized by greedy, selfish men. And I'm sorry, there's a few women now. You got Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Sonia Mayor and Sandra Day O'Connor and I don't have to name them all. I don't care. It's our system has to be changed. And so that's how you know that, the people who come and they hate, right? They are attached to the system. They are somehow connected to the system of oppression and prison and cops and law enforcement and in plain view doctrine. Hey, Chevy, we had a rogue moderator who had blocked you. I'm really sorry, Chevy, you were blocked. I actually unblocked like 1,000 people or something like that. And then there's a couple people who are working at getting permanently blocked again, but I really don't want to block people, Holly Weir, that's the second or third time. I'll go back and review the live chat, and if she's, Greg, if she continues, you can just permanently block her. Just let me know you did it, I believe Chuck asked what people in government will hear you out, what people have you targeted. I don't think either side will. Remember, there was no such thing as defund the police. That was never a thing. that didn't happen. There was no defund movement. There was no movement to defund the police. Remember, Joe Biden wrote the 1994 crime bill that 2.5 times more money than Trump did. And Trump had to back the blue rally. And then what Biden did is turned around and said, let's back them, and gave them 2.5 times more money than Trump did. The 94 crime bill, no, it wasn't the 94 crime bill. It was the 1997, it's section 2066, I believe, that gives the cops the militarization. That's Joe, I think, is that Joe Biden? I was corrected on this one time, so I want to make sure but I believe it's not from the 94 crime bill. I think it's from the 97 or 2004, gosh, playing it. But that's what it is. It's section 2066. You guys can look it up. The militarization of police. Oh, masshole troll mafia. Don't time them out. I want to see what a masshole troll mafia has to say. Okay, flat dirt. Okay, flat dirt. You made the list, brother. You're now a permanently blocked man. Didn't want to. I don't want to permanently block people, but I'm trying to stay on focus for what I'm trying to do, and I want to get the ideas that I have completely out and coherently without using language that some may consider offensive. So I'm doing my absolute best to do that. So, what I would request back from people who are like Flat Derp, who's now blocked, if I'm delivering a message in a clear and coherent way, then, you should have the right to have your own speech on your channel and go ahead and go and do that. Go speak against me. However, I have changed my verbiage. It's extraordinarily hard for me because of the disdain that I hold for the people who do the worst of society, and take people away off the streets with the real due process of law. And so there's the problems that we have. And if you don't understand that those are some very real problems, as you can see, I've been traveling across America, and I'll tell you what, no matter where I go, there's always somebody contacting me and saying, oh my God, you're in Alabama, can you come by here? Oh my God, you're in Tennessee, can you come by here? Oh man, you're driving through Nevada, can you come by here? You're in Minnesota, hey, could you come here? So, and I'm a real activist. I actually go after the system when it's broke and doing bad work. So, you know, I don't have, you know, I don't respect profession of law enforcement, police, and cop. I do not respect it. I believe it should be disrespected until we change it. To rights protectors to uphold and defend rights, not law enforcement. So I'm doing my best to speak in a coherent, clear, structured pattern so that others can follow the message and their children can watch it, and college kids can watch it, college young adults and school. So yeah, so the message is clear though. You know, we need cameras in courtrooms. Why can't we have a camera in a courtroom? It's just absolutely mind-boggling to me. And that's on the list of the Deborah Rogers. What's up, Deborah? Good to see you, Deborah. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. How's everybody doing? Good to see everybody. Sly, it's nice to see you. Crypto, good to see you, man. Lose, no mercy, sheep. I'm on a straightaway and I have my lane controller in, and it works perfectly on this road, so it's great. I've traveled this road a few times this week, so I know that the lane is working good. What's going on? What's going on? Tabitha, how are you, Tabitha? Rocco, what's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? I'm open to, I'm interested in everything. I'm interested in all kinds of ideas. What I won't compromise on are the things that need to change, because the amount of work and study that I've done on the things that need to change. And you know, the last two videos that were live that go into the details of why you should study Terry versus Ohio, Carroll versus United States, Graham versus Connor, Brinegar versus United States, Kerr versus California. Why you should know those cases is because those are the top 5 cases that should be overturned in America. It would change, there would no longer be law enforcers, there would be peace officers after we remove those Supreme Court holdings, where every 60 to 120 years, and sometimes even sooner, Katz versus United States, 1967, is gonna overrule Olmstead versus the United States, 1928. So 1928 to 1967, that was one of the fastest reversals I've ever seen as far as Supreme Courts, where they said the other court was wrong. And so in the Olmstead case, Olmstead versus United States, 1928, what that said was, when Roy Olmstead was bootlegging alcohol between Canada and Seattle, they tapped right into his phone. J. Edgar Hoover tapped right into his phone lines through the phone company. And then that case was upheld, that you could just tap right into Americans' phone lines if you just went down to the phone company and plugged into the box. And so that holding upheld it. So then J. Edgar Hoover phone tapped everybody all the way up until 1967. So J. Edgar Hoover was listening on everybody's conversation. And then in 1967, in, I think it's Katz versus United States, it might be Katz versus something else. But in the Katz holding, they said, no, you can't. There is a privacy issue where you're not allowed to tap into people's phones that way. So that what is that? 1928 to 1967. So that's 39 years. So that's the fastest I've ever seen. That's the fastest I've ever seen. And so, am I open to other ideas? Like, what kind of other ideas are you talking about? You know, I'm interested in everything. I'm interested in everybody. I read everybody's email. I read everybody's text messages. The only thing I can't get to is everybody's Facebook messages, because I have thousands. I can't get to all the... So if I don't get back to you on Facebook Messenger, I probably didn't see your message. I probably didn't see your friend request. So that's, you know... And I do love Facebook. Please add me on Facebook and join my Tri-State Cop videos. I actually removed all moderators from Tri-State Cop videos too. And so now I go through and I moderate it myself, which I got to check on that. If anybody is a friend and wants to be... Right. But Corrections 101, then Go ahead, Kat. Go ahead, Cats. Educate us. Tell us what the case was about. Tell us what the case was about. And what precedent did it set? What's the holding of Cats? What's the actual holding? Corrections 101, you chimed in and said Cats doesn't have to do with tapping a phone line. You're right, it doesn't. What are the facts of the case? Do you know? Corrections 101? Are you going to read it off the internet? I mean, did you know that Cats overrules Olmstead? Did you know that, Corrections 101? Or did you just learn that today? So, Cats, are you going to educate us? Cats, will you do me a favor? I'll moderate you if you could. Do you have a video to drop, the link for your video? Because I have a video on Olmstead and Cats, but do you have one? If you have one, one of the moderators, okay, well, drop your link then. Since you're throwing peanuts from the peanut gallery, drop your link. Any one of these folks will be happy to drop the link for you. Someone go over to his channel, Corrections 101, and go ahead and pull the link for Olmstead and Cats and send it on over. And we're going to listen to, I'll even click over and watch it right now on my other phone. So just good to see you, Todd. What's going on? What's going on? Go ahead. I'll wait. Can someone pop over to his YouTube channel and grab one of his videos for me so that I can share it for the room? He's here to educate us. Oh, Kinetic. I de-wrenched everybody, Kinetic Customs. We had a rogue moderator blocking people. So, Kinetic, I'm gonna re-add your wrench, but do me a favor. Don't block anybody. If they're an absolute prick, you put them in timeout. And then if we have to block them later, we will. No, so you don't. So then Corrections 101 said, I don't make content. Right, you throw peanuts from the peanut gallery. How many people here knew about Olmstead versus United States 1928 and that the Cats holding in 1967 overruled that? How many people here knew that? Put a 1 for yes or a 2 for no. How many people knew that today, right now, in this room, right here, if you would please? Put a 1 if you knew from Olmstead versus United States 1928 was overruled by Cats in 1967. 1 if you knew that, 2 if you did not. Anybody? So the Olmstead versus, okay. 1 for yes, I knew that, 2 for no. Okay, so Corrections 101, then you're a peanut gallery thrower, brother. If you want to assist me because you know more about the law than me, I would love for you to send me an email at DeletelawZ@gmail.com. If you'd like to help educate me and help me along my journey of being in front of the camera and teaching people things that I know, I'd love to get your email where we could work together to try to bring a system of justice to America. Because I don't care where you're sitting, from the clubhouse or from the cheap seats, or if you're sitting in a skybox, you can look around and see things aren't going so good, can't you, Corrections 101? Can't you? Where you at, Corrections? So all these people didn't know that. Now they know about Olmstead versus United States in 1928. Now they know about Cats versus United States in 1967. They learned that today, Corrections 101. So the peanuts were tasty. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? But no, really, any of the people who came here to be rude and mean and cut me down, listen, the thing is I just started, me as a human being, and said I'm here to lead, and I'm gonna lead, right? I just started. You can throw peanuts at me, but remember, I'm not gonna stop. So you're more than welcome to throw those peanuts down and join me. Because there's thousands of people who support this mission. And, by the way, I'm traveling. So in any state that I go to, I can announce that I'm going there, and there are people there who will support me. So while you're throwing peanuts and saying, I have a law degree, I don't. There's probably a lot I could learn from you, and I sure would appreciate your insight. So, I learned that I couldn't just take the bar. I was ignorant. I didn't know that. I thought that I could just take the bar because I've helped lots of people study for the California State Bar. So I thought I can just take the test because in California, there's a bunch of stipulations you have to do. So I didn't know that. So I made a mistake. I made an error. Sorry. I thought I could just take the bar. I was incorrect in my data. I was wrong. I was wrong. I didn't mean to be wrong, but I was wrong. There's a right and there's a wrong, and that was wrong. So I made a mistake. I was wrong. There it is. There it is. So now, but as we continue down the history of time, if you don't know the 1989 case of Graham versus Connor, Graham versus Connor is what allows police to absolutely destroy you physically if you don't comply. That includes elbow strikes from a superior position while two people hold you down. I thought that was the most despicable thing I've ever seen between two people, between three people, human beings, two people holding him down with his arms behind his back, with his head in complete perfect position, and then dropping elbow shots on another human being with two people holding him. In my lifetime, if I was a part of something like that, I probably would quit social media forever. I probably would never show my face again. I'd be so embarrassed by my conduct. I would think it would embarrass my family, my friends. Every person who ever believed in me would be embarrassed if they saw me throwing elbow strikes from a superior position while two people held you down on the ground. Probably disgusting. And what does that come from? What allows that to happen? The 1989 case of Graham versus Connor. So you wouldn't be allowed to do that. Use of force will be determined by the reasonable officer on the scene. That is from the 1989 holding of Graham versus Connor. That's the reason why he thought that was a reasonable amount of force to use, because the man wasn't complying. And so now you say to yourself, cops need more training. That's what they train the cops to do. If he doesn't comply, hit him in the face. That's the training. The entire system is rotten from the root. It has to be pulled up. It needs implants. The whole thing has to be redone. It's trash. Where does the trash come from, though? The Supreme Court, an unelected body of 9 people who have nothing in common with you and me. So who would say that? What person in their right mind would say, okay, how much force should the police be able to use on citizens? Use of force should be left up to the reasonable officer on the scene. Who would say that? That's a normal person. Who think that that's right? That's the holding. That's the actual constitutionality of law. Did you know that? That a Supreme Court judge said, use of force will be up to the reasonable officer on the scene. That's how you know that you have absolutely nothing in common with people who are appointed to the Supreme Court.
Take the exit.
My headset just died. God bless America. So that's the actual holding. And so when you understand that, then you have to start to say, well, you know, and this goes back to the talk we did yesterday, even though it was broken up and it was so choppy. This goes back to that, you know, allowing the officer on the scene to determine the reasonable amount of force to use on you is wrong. It's completely and utterly wrong, and it shouldn't be allowed. There should be a third party on the scene at all times. It's just so ridiculously preposterous. So then now, as I'm driving down the road here right now, as you can see, I've got my sleeping bag, my pillow, I've got some lights, I've got some things that I do when I travel the country exposing bad police. Now, if a cop wants to search my car, that's going to come from the 1925 case of Carroll versus the United States. It's called the Carroll Doctrine is what it's called. And what they use is the automobile exclusionary rule. If you don't know the case, then you don't know how to fight back against it in the event that a cop says, I want to search your car. Because now he's going to search your car because of the 1968 case of Terry versus Ohio. He's just suspicious of your car. So in essence, you've given absolute power to one person over another person. They can walk up to him and say, I'm suspicious of you using Terry versus Ohio. Then I'm going to search your car using Carroll versus United States, a warrantless search. And that man can do that to you without any questions being asked. Because people will say, the Supreme Court said, people we don't elect. So now, if you take Terry, 1968, and you multiply it by Graham versus Connor, that says use of force will be left to the reasonable officer on the scene, let me show you the exact scenario that creates. I can walk up to you and say, I'm suspicious of you, and now that I get next to you, use of force will be up to the reasonable officer on the scene. The rest of the holding says this: the officer can believe what you did previous to this, and that could be his reality. If he has probable cause to believe that maybe you did a violent crime before you got here, then the amount of force used on you is up to his perceived notion of what you did previous to this interaction with him. So play that out. Terry walks up, I'm suspicious of you. Get your hands out of your pocket. He believes that you were a part of a shooting just down the block. Happened 2 days ago, but he thinks it was you. That's his defense in court, and that holds up. That's legal. That's the actual legal case precedent. Terry allows him to be suspicious. Graham versus Connor allows him to say, I think he was a killer, and then you die. And it's legal. So now if we're going to continue, you can't skip Kerr versus California. If you don't know about Kerr allows police to knock on your door, announce that they're there. Right now, let me give you an example. That house right there. That house there. See that house right there? You see that house? I'm a cop. You know what? I see that house, and I believe this is going to be Brinegar versus the United States, 1949. If you don't know Brinegar versus United States, 1949, it says that if a man of reasonable caution has reasonably trustworthy information to believe that there is crime afoot in your house, he can go into your house. Kerr versus California says that now that I have reasonably trustworthy information, now that I see your house, I'm just going to knock on the door. Police, 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 police. 5, 4, 3, 2. Boom! I can kick your door open. And that's legal. And now when you give that power to another person, power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. And so when you give them use of force is up to the reasonable officer. If I think there's crime going on in that house, I can just walk up and knock and kick their door down. And then once I get in the house, if I think maybe this guy's going to go for a gun, then I can shoot him. So you give an absolute power to one man over another. So qualified immunity, what are you talking about? You can go into their house, you can then beat the hell out of them or kill them and say that I think that he was a bad guy. How do you get into the house? Brinegar, Kerr. How do you get into the car? Carroll versus United States. What's the modern version of Carroll? 1996, Wren versus United States. WHREN. Wren versus United States creates pretextual stops in the United States of America. It's just like Kerr versus California. Knock, knock, knock and announce. But what Wren versus United States does, 1996, it allows the police to look at your car and say, I'm suspicious of that car, and prematurely just pull you over. Pretextually, just pull you over. So Wren versus United States, 1996, does not exist without Terry versus Ohio, 1968, because the stare decisis of Terry versus Ohio is Ren. So Ren connects because of Terry. You see? So you have to understand. So now when I talk about Terry versus Ohio, people don't understand how many cases are the case precedent from Terry versus Ohio. So you don't just have Ren versus United States, 1996. You have a bunch of cases that completely and utterly, their only foothold is based on Terry, including Tennessee versus Garner. Cops can shoot you, they cannot shoot unless the cop is sure that the community or officer safety is in jeopardy, and then you can be washed away. Wilson versus Arkansas, 1995. I mean, they can no-knock raid your home in the name of officer safety. That's an extension of Terry versus Ohio. Pennsylvania versus Mims, 1977. They can get you out of the car in the name of officer safety. These cases are paramount to freedom, to liberty. I can drive down the road and some man who doesn't have half of my intellect or half of my brawn and out for a second. All stare decisis, all case precedent is going to be determined from the case previous. So this is one of the most important things you can learn by watching this channel, is that particular cases, once they get struck down, creates a waterfall of cases that fall after that. So we have to take down particular cases. I can see you, Tim. How you guys doing? I'm sorry, how's everybody doing? I'll say hello to everybody here for a couple minutes. VG, good to see you. Crypto, what's going on? Mikey, how you doing? Nice to see you. DJ Smith, good to see you, my friend. Nice to see you. How's everybody doing? T. Roy, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing, Ranger? Good to see you, man. T. Roy, what's going on? How are you, buddy? Susie, I'm glad you're here. Hopefully things are going well. Eden, good to see you, Eden. Jay Bird, I'm trying to keep it PG here, as you can tell. I'm working hard. Debo Cruz, good to see you. You have rights. Nice to see you. Bruce, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. Tuffy, nice to see you. Dorf, nice to see you. Deadpool, how are you? Scrub, it's good to see you. Angel, how are you? Angel the Frog, what's going on, everybody? Kinetic Customs, how are you, dude? James, what's going on, everybody? Jeff hates pigs. Chad, what's going on? Jeff hates pigs. Chad Rankin, what's going on, brother? Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. What's going on, Magnum PI Pig Hunter? Man. What's going on, Billy? How are you, dude? Good to see you. Gloria, Witch on Fire. Hello, Witch on Fire. How are you? Good to see you, Witch on Fire. VS. Jeffrey V. Boyer was in here earlier. I saw her go by. Witch on Fire. Let me grab. There she is, right there. I remember who fixed this, if it'll allow me to fix it. I'm trying to drop another comment real quick. Good to see you. Woman has rights. Angel the Frogmaster. Citizens. I'm just driving along here. I'm still kind of in farm country, but I'm Women Have Rights 360. There you go. Did that work? Witch on Fire. I think that might have worked. I hope that it did. Good to see you. Women Have Rights. Terry's none of your business. Pigs suck. That's a fact. Whoops. Sorry about that. Trying to keep it clean. Thomas, what's going on? Good to see you, Thomas. How's everybody doing? How is everybody? Looks like I haven't. I'm super glad. Mikey, good to see you. Good to see you. Scrub. Where's Smile Kyle? Has anybody seen Smile Kyle? Make sure Smile Kyle gets back. Smile Kyle, someone talked trash about him, and Smile Kyle, Magnum PH Big Hunter. Angel, good to see you. Smile Kyle, someone talked trash about Smile Kyle and said he said something bad about me or something. He or she got offended. I'm not sure. I think Smile Kyle might be female, but not at all. I don't believe that about Smile Kyle. Not at all whatsoever. I never suspected Smile Kyle of anything at all whatsoever. Ever. I love Smile Kyle. I've seen Smile Kyle go into rooms and be accused of being me. So I got nothing but love for Smile Kyle. I don't know where he is or she. Eaton, are you gonna behave? Or are you gonna be a timed out little person? Are you gonna be a timed out little person? You know, what's up, Bobby? How you doing? Yeah, I like Smile Kyle. No, I mean, I want to get rid of qualified immunity as well, but the on-the-street reaction to getting rid of Terry is 1,000 times greater than it would be for, Eaton. You know what I'm talking about. You can't help it, dude. You're just one of those people. You like to be that way. You like to walk the edge. That's the way you are, man. That's the way you are. 5x5, what's going on? And I keep on trying to call into this radio thing, and I keep on missing the day. You know. So. No, I want to stay focused. You know, there's things that need to change, and if we can just stay focused on what the things are and not get off track, because people will try to steer you off track so they can seem knowledgeable, or like, you know, they can jump on the bandwagon. You know, I'll give you guys a good example. I told a good friend of mine today. I sent him to him in a text message, and I'll say it to you too. This idea that qualified immunity is more important than any of the cases I just mentioned. And by the way, the case for qualified immunity would be Pearson versus Ray, 1967. That's the case that creates qualified immunity. It's based off Tenney versus Brandoff in 1951. So if you have this idea that qualified immunity is more important than all the cases I just rattled off, then what you have to do is what an investor, a billionaire investor, gave me 6 figures. And I sat down with him and I talked to him, and we had a long conversation. And, you know, because he's going to give me 6 figures, so we had several long conversations. And this billionaire then said to me, Chille, he said, you have this idea in your mind, and what I'm going to ask you to do right now, I'm going to ask you to metaphorically take your fingers, reach back, take that bad idea you have out of your head, pull it out, and throw it away. And this is an idea of something that I had been holding on to for a very, very long time, that I kept repeating this. You know, one you might do is, your First Amendment right is limited. You can't scream fire in a busy movie theater. Thanks, Andrew. You can't scream fire in a busy movie theater. You might be repeating that. That comes from the 1919 case of Schenck versus the United States. That had nothing to do with the fire in a movie theater. But you're repeating bad case law created by corrupt Supreme Court personnel. So that's just the simple fact of it. So when you start to talk about which cases are most important, and I kind of went on a little skew here, but when you, I was right at one point, and I went down a rabbit hole because I just kept going down case law. But I hope you pick something up from the things I just said. I think that you probably will if you look. And Schenck is spelled S-C-K-N-E-C-K. Schenck. It's a weird spelling of Schenck versus the United States. But so you want to take, so it's been drummed into you over and over and over that it's qualified immunity, it's qualified immunity, it's qualified immunity. You have to reach back and take that dumb idea out of your head. And getting rid of qualified immunity is not a bad idea, but you have to pull the idea that it's paramount and throw it away, because that's not true. You just have to take the dumb idea you were taught and throw it away, because you then owned that idea. Just like you can't scream fire in a busy movie theater, 1919, Schenck versus United States. It was about him handing out pamphlets that said, do not go to war, assert your rights, you are free, the 13th Amendment, abolish slavery. Those are the pamphlets he was handing out. It had nothing to do with screaming fire in a busy movie theater. So if you've been running around saying that, then you're endorsing your free speech being limited. And as you know, so many people are not going to endorse their free speech being limited. For all who are restreaming my stream so that you don't give me a view, right? In case of Schenck, where the famous saying, I believe it's from Oliver Wendell Holmes, he's going to say you can't scream fire in a busy movie theater. And that is what the newspapers print. It's circulated around America. Your First Amendment right is limited. You can't scream fire in a busy movie theater, for all the trolls. That was a facade. That was a lure. That was a fishtail. That was a lie. It was all fake. It was fake to limit your free speech. So you trolls who come to troll me, that watch my channel to say bad things about me, the reason why there's any limit to free speech is because of 1919 Schenck versus United States. And that holding, that exact opinion wasn't written for that case. It was written by I want to say white. Was it Oliver Wendell Holmes? Anyway. Okay, so that holding of that exact saying, you can't scream fire in a busy movie theater, that was written for a different case. And they said, no, hold on to that. That's really, really good. Hold that. Let's use that for a different case. And they used it for Schenck, which limits your free speech in America. So I guess, that should fire up the troll farm. My free speech is limited. My free speech is limited. Everybody hit the like button, please. Everybody take your finger right now. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe real quick. Like, subscribe. Take you 5 seconds. Just do it for me. It helps my algorithm. I appreciate it. And what's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? What's going on? The Lively Report, you also got blocked, Lively Report, by the rogue moderator. I don't know who did that. So now maybe the trolls who will all watch that, maybe they'll understand that some of these Supreme Court holdings like Schenck, which was eventually overturned, by the way, but from the case that's going to overturn Schenck is going to be well, it should be the First Amendment, but it wasn't. It was another case that overturned Schenck. Anybody know what overturned Schenck? Hey, where's the lawyer who came in here earlier and said how you actually went to law school and you know more than me? Where's he at? I appreciate him coming in. Thanks for educating us all. Can you educate us on which case overturned Schenck versus United States 1919? Because that upheld his conviction and he had to go to prison. Schenck had to go to prison for handing out pamphlets that said, do not go to war, assert your rights. Him and his wife, Elizabeth Bayer, they both went to prison. Did you know that? They went to prison for handing out a pamphlet. My God, I'm so sorry. They went to prison for handing out a pamphlet that said, assert your rights, do not go to war. And then the Supreme Court, when it got all the way to the Supreme Court upheld their conviction and they remained in prison. I don't know if Elizabeth Bayer was in prison. She may have been, but I know that Charles Schenck, I believe his name was Charles Schenck, he was in prison. And then, of course, when he got his case to the Supreme Court, it wasn't, back then, they used to have a difference between what they called vulgarity and obscene. And so it's like, was it Flint versus, was it the Hustler case that overturned Schenck for free speech? Is that what it was? I think I'm sorry. My brain is going a million miles an hour right now. It's my brain's just cooking. So I'm also in my. I guess the last time I ate was about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And man, I've been eating like a beast. Been eating way too much. I've been eating way too much. I gotta chill on my eating. Not getting enough sprinting in and not getting enough and getting too much eating in. But what case was that? The overturned Schenck versus United States? What case was that? I can't remember what case that. I think, was it the Hustlers that overturned Schenck? It's gonna bug the snot out of me. It'll just bug me. I can't remember though. But hey, good to see everybody back. You know, good to see everybody back. So you know, you have to just take the bad idea that you were given, that someone else gave you. Somebody else gave you a very, very bad idea because they weren't educated. And so you have to take the bad idea that it's qualified immunity, and you gotta throw that away. I mean, yeah, is it over? Yeah, qualified immunity sucks. Randolph, because then the judges could be held accountable and the legislators could be held accountable for passing bad legislation that it goes against the Constitution. So that to me, and then prosecutors being punished, because prosecutors, because of Tenney versus Brandoff, prosecutors are given immunity, judges are given immunity, and legislators are giving immunity, and that comes from the Tenney case. So when you say you want to overturn qualified immunity, well, which one? Do you want to do Pearson versus Ray, that's going to give police accountability, that's going to give police qualified immunity, which is just one spectrum of the entire criminal injustice system? You know, or do you want to get rid of Tenney versus Brandoff, which would make legislators be held liable, judges and prosecutors? Because prosecutors, if they could be held liable for, and now they can because of the 2022 case that allows you to sue for wrongful conviction, and we covered that on this channel. But that's the case. Oh man, I'm not gonna get lost. I'm not, my OCD, I'm gonna just keep it in check here. So do you want to get rid of qualified immunity for police, or for Tenney versus Brandoff that does legislators, judges and prosecutors? To me, it's a no-brainer. I would much rather get rid of qualified immunity for judges and prosecutors. Much rather. Much rather. You know, so, you know, I wonder if the trolls are going to research Schenck versus United States now. How many people here? Put a 1 for yes, you think the trolls will research Schenck versus United States, or put a 2 for no, the trolls will not research Schenck versus the United States. How many people? 1 for yes, trolls will research. 2 for no, trolls will not do research on Schenck versus United States. Yep, that's right. Schenck versus 2. Man, you trolls don't have a very good reputation. And I mean, it seems like all the denigration of my reputation that you guys tried to do, it looks like you guys got a bad rep. Oh, 1, Susie thinks the trolls will do the research. So that's the case that limits your free speech, is Schenck. But most of my people here don't believe that you guys will do any research. So, you know, and at the end of the, I don't know who a troll is. Oh, is that you, Stiggs? Stiggs, I don't know if you're a troll, man. Sometimes you're bipolar. Sometimes you love me, and sometimes you're awful. I mean, I've seen you say awful things, so I'm just being honest, dude. I mean, you said some pretty shitty things to me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, I got nothing against you, man. I don't have anything against anybody. And if you guys haven't noticed, nobody has anything against me either, except for people who want to create these fictitious people who are the victims of me. So they don't exist. There's no victims. So when you guys can produce a victim, you know, I think you're going to have a little more credibility. But right now, these people here don't think that you guys are going to, I mean, you guys should really look into Schenck, you know, really look into Schenck. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a nice couple days. I really want to get this website done. I've been working hard on getting the verbiage written out. It's a lot of work to get the verbiage out. There's a, you know, explaining your position on how you think the new system should work has a lot of details that are just hard to really lay out. There's a lot of detail to it. So, you know, I think the best thing for me though, just so you know, because I still have 40 minutes more of driving. So I think the best thing for me has been just this comfort I now have with, you know, I see people get timed out and stuff. I don't even read it, but I just don't care anymore about those folks. They just, you know, people send me emails. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. They made this of you. I just don't care anymore, you know, because there's a mission here to accomplish. And that's what I care the most about. You know, that's the most important thing. So I don't know how it happened. I don't know why it happened, but I really just don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, gosh dang it. First curse word. I don't care as far as, you know, making t-shirts of me or making, they're going to do a billboard, all these things. Amazing. Thank you so much. You know, I'm so glad that you see me as such a star, that you want to make products with my likeness on them. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. What can I say? You got me. I'm probably going to give up after that. You know that? After you guys do whatever you're going to do, I probably will just throw in the towel. Or, you know what you could do? You could actually find a receipt or a real victim. And then people may believe you guys that I'm a bad person. But right now, without a receipt and without a real victim and trying to look, well, he's somehow got a criminal record, he's done something wrong somewhere, you're just not, it no longer really affects me. It just doesn't, you know, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Which for me, just so you guys know, the people who are supporters and have been here with me the whole time, it's great. I'm sorry you guys have to do more work because we're not blocking them anymore. There's only a few people getting blocked because they're just such a-holes. But, you know, it's, for me as a person, to the people who follow and subscribe to the channel and people who send me a Cash App or a PayPal, because, you know, if you haven't got a trifold, you guys should definitely get a trifold. Get a trifold, get it in your car. You got the $5 trifold you can get by putting $5 trifold in to checkout. Make sure you guys have a trifold in your car. Make sure you have your driver's license laminated. You have everything ready to go. Make sure you have everything set up for yourself in case you get pulled over. That's your driver's license, your insurance. Everything should be on a laminated copy. Make a photocopy, and then you put it in plastic, and then you give this, and this is all you got to give the cop, and then you use the trifold. Look, the people say, look, you got a ticket. You might get a ticket anyway, but it stops the back and forth talk. Just give them the trifold, invoke your Fifth Amendment right, and don't talk to the cop anymore. You know, it's not your job to have a smart-ass conversation back and forth. It's your job to survive the stop and use your rights to do it. So I've made several videos teaching you guys how to do it. So you guys, if you don't have this done yet, I don't know why you don't have it done. Why don't you have your driver's license, insurance, proof of registration on a laminated card? You should have your trifold right here, right there, ready to go. Right there. It should be ready to go. You should have it right there, ready to go. Always. And this is a print. This is a printed one. So I printed that one out myself, so I'd have one. All right. I guess I'm 36 minutes to go. It's getting darker and darker. You guys might not be able to see me pretty soon. You guys might not be able to see me pretty soon. And I do sometimes videos talking in the dark. Sometimes I do videos talking in the dark. And I didn't put this one on slow mode, and I kind of wish I had. Even a 2 or 3 second delay just makes it so that I can read the screen once in a while. But when I'm driving down the road like this, and it's going super fast, I just don't have any chance to really read the screen. You know, it's not an opportunity. It's just, you know, when it's going so fast, I can't do it, and I want to. You know, thank you for all the members. If you guys are members, I appreciate you guys coming. I did read off a few members' names earlier, but I want to say thank you to the members and thank you to the moderators. Thanks for coming and helping me. I super appreciate it. It means a lot. And I do have somebody, I'm not going to say who, but there is somebody going through and putting timestamps in on the videos now so that you can see, you know, when that happened and when the different things will happen. So now if you come to a video of mine and it's an hour and a half long, there'll be timestamps in there so that you can see when those things happened. So if I talked about Terry V. Ohio at this time, or I talked about, you know, Jalen Walker or James Sheets, then you guys can all look at those different things. So that's coming right now. That's coming right now. That's coming right now. Yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being members. I really appreciate it. I mean, you know, it's all going so slow. Oh, Blue Bacon came in here. So Blue Bacon, you guys, everybody can recognize. I think it's James or Jeremy Fuellner. That's his actual name. You know, Blue Bacon is a guy that all he does is he makes videos about me constantly. I'm on all of his thumbnails, and now he uses the term beta, and all of his subscribers think that he's so original. He took it from when I got pulled over in Tempe. Blue Bacon is here, everybody. If you guys want to see videos about me where the guy's voice is so hard to listen to, it is. I mean, it's just. Ugh. It is so hard to listen to, and you know. Dude, you know, while Blue Bacon's here, let's ask him, dude, what's it like to just make videos about me? What's that like, Blue Bacon? What is it? Do you watch the channel, and as I'm talking, do you look for a little clip and you're like, oh my God, here's a little clip. We can get this right here. We can get it right here. Oh man, did you guys see him where he said this? Let's clip that and try to make him look bad. I mean, how do you do it? Like, what are you really looking for, Blue Bacon, who says he used to be a cop, but he didn't. He's never signed a peace officer's agreement. So Blue Bacon, I love that you're here, man. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. Blue, so what's that like though, to have to wait for me to make a video for you to have any content? What's that like? What's that like? Blue, no one put you in timeout. You're not blocked. So what is that like though, to wait for another man to make a video? Because all the lies you said about me, how I was criminal record and probation, and I went to jail, all those things are just not true. And there's no No, I was law enforcement. I was law enforcement. It's fun that you think I wasn't. No, you don't have a peace officer's agreement anywhere on file. Because we're going to sue you by publication because of the defamation you've done, but that's okay. That's how we're going to serve you, by publication. Because this guy right here, this guy Blue Bacon, he hides where he lives the best. We do have an address in Seattle, but we can't find him. That guy right there. We're trying to find him to serve him a lawsuit, and that guy can't be found. He's hid himself so well because he's a professional troll. So anyway, Blue, I'm just, since you're in here, man, and there's 264 people in here, what's that like though? Because you haven't discredited me. There's no victims of mine. No one's come forward and said he did, like Josh's, like that chick with Josh saying, look what he did to my face, And then, by the way, Blue Bacon tried to do a breakdown of, so here's the thing about Blue Bacon, what he did. I did a breakdown of Terry versus Ohio, and then he tried to re-break it down and say where I was wrong. You get to see what a dunce cap this guy is. I mean, Blue, can you post that link? Blue, can you post that link where you tried to correct me on Terry versus Ohio? And then here's the, writes on to the little video on that and just showed where he was just wrong. He's just wrong. Blue Bacon was just totally wrong. Now all of Blue Bacon's trolls are coming in. No, actually, Blue Bacon. I'm the law scholar. You said you're in law enforcement, which you're not. You're a dunce cap. And Blue Bacon, I'm glad you came on because I was about to end this live anyway. But here I am. Here I am, right here. What's it like though? What's it like to wait for me to go live? What's that like? What's that like? What's that like? What is it? I mean, what's it like, dude? What's it like? Dude, hey, Blue Bacon, you can get it like this. Blue Bacon was in the room. Get that screenshot. Why can't you win your cases, so-called expert? This is the first year I've sued anybody. And none of the cases that I've been a part of, that I'm working with other people on, those cases have not come to fruition yet, Blue. So I don't really know what you're talking about. This is the first year I've ever sued people, really. So what else you got to say, Blue? What else you got? Why'd you run from 2 debates that you asked for? Oh, Blue. Listen, man, if you want to come on the channel, Blue Bacon, Blue Bacon wants to have a debate, everybody. Blue Bacon, you know, it's a really waste of my time. You know what I mean? Because you don't have any mission. You're just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, in which way do you want to debate me? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, which way do you want to debate me? Which way do you want to debate me? I mean, in what facet do you want to debate me, Blue Bacon? I'd love to. You asked for two, and then you ran. You guys, if you listen to this guy's, I mean, if you could even go, listen, when you go on his thing and watch his thing, it is so annoying to watch this dude. I've never seen anything like it. Where like, and he's got a bunch of bootlickers in there, and so he's just like, he does a really good Kermit the Frog imitation, actually. But the biggest thing, though, for me is like, you haven't discredited me. You tried, but you didn't. I don't really have, there's no victims. No matter what their criminal record is, right? There's no victims. There's no person I've hurt. There's no one I've robbed or cheated. There's no woman I've hurt or beat up. You know, there's no 911 calls for me. You know, you didn't prove any of my lies, dude. What lies did I lie about? Like, what am I lying about, Blue Bacon? I mean, you tried, you know what I'm saying? You tried so hard, but it didn't work, Blue. You didn't, yeah, I did steal stuff when I was 18 or 19 years old. Me and some guys, we thought we could shoplift and get away with it, and we got caught, Blue Bacon. It was 28 years ago, 29 years ago. Okay. Yeah, I did shoplift. Everybody, Blue Bacon's right. I have a conviction of shoplifting from when I was 18 or 19. You got me, Blue. There's my criminal. What else you got, Blue? Anything else? Dude, it's just a waste of time, man. Like, it's just it's just so crazy that this guy has a platform where all he does is make videos about me. It's just crazy. I mean, think about that for a minute, right? I mean, people call me gay. Could you imagine obsessing over another man the way this guy does? Could you even imagine? I mean, could you imagine where your entire platform is based on making content about another man? Like, oh, Susie. You might get blocked after all. Your sycophant of affection for Blue Bacon is showing. Your entire, you know, Jeremy, you don't have any skills, dude. I mean, here, let me, you know, I've been laughing and having a good time, but let me break it down for you guys. Jeremy, Blue Bacon here, he's exactly like a cop. He doesn't have any other skills. He doesn't have anything that he could have a mission or offer. He doesn't have an agenda. His only agenda is to try to suck off of other people's energy. He doesn't have a skill set that he adores. He doesn't have a passion that he loves. He tried to out me as a liar, as this, as that, as all these things. But the truth is, he didn't achieve anything. He's just, I mean, think about this. This man has nothing other to do than to watch my live streams and make videos about me. But there's no victims. No matter what the criminal record is, there's no victim. There's no one on camera saying that this guy did me wrong. There's no one. It doesn't exist. So you just get to this point where you're like, man, I appreciate you making videos about me, but it just doesn't make any sense. Oh no, Lauren, I don't do panels, my love. I'm sorry. My friend. I shouldn't say that. Lauren's a friend, so I use a term of endearment. But, you know, I don't, I mean, like, there's people like you, dude. I mean, I just find it astonishing, to be honest. I mean, I couldn't imagine being obsessed with another person, the amount of obsession this guy has for me. I couldn't imagine it, you know. Oh, you have my phone number? So I'll give you a platform. You got my number, Jeremy? You know, I mean, you got my number. What number? What number you calling from, Jeremy? I gotta take my phone off private here. let's hear. Let's hear from Jeremy. I gotta go, man. I'm supposed to meet someone right now, but I gotta take my phone off. I gotta take all the locks off my phone. I have like 400 different. I have an app that goes over it now. Okay, Jeremy, where are you at, buddy? Where are you at? My phone's on, dude. Where are you at, Jeremy? Where are you at, dude? I mean, my phone's on. You're not calling it. I'm waiting for it to ring. I don't, you know. I mean, the guy makes videos about me. His whole channel's about me. All the thumbnails, you know, are about me. It's like there's something wrong with the guy. You know what I mean? Like, he literally is obsessed with me. Like, I mean, you want to? This is my better side, Jeremy. This is my better side. You want to get a picture of this side? Do you like this side better? Is this the side that you like? Is this a pretty side for you, Jeremy? Or do you like the rougher side with the, you know, a little more damaged side? Dude, I've got to go, Jeremy. So this is your chance to call me out for somehow the terrible person I am, that you can't find any victims. You can't get it. There's no one who's going to come forward that's going to say that I've done something wrong. You know, I'm waiting for the guy to call my phone. Apparently I sent him my number. I still have that number, but I've attached another number to it. That number is dormant. I reactivated it just now. I turned it back on right here, Jeremy, for you, so you could call, because I now have another number I use on that line, and that's my backup number, so it won't ring. So I send disgusting sexual emails. No, I don't. You can try it, but it's just not true. Is this guy like something wrong with you, dude? Something wrong with you, man. There's really something wrong with you, dude. I mean, I gotta go, dude. So like, I don't know what you're doing, man. I'm waiting. Oh, he calls from an unknown number. Why'd you call from an unknown number, Jeremy? Why not just see? Jeremy's so afraid to share any information about himself. He hides himself. Your phone number didn't come. It didn't come through, Jeremy. We're all wait. Oh, Jeremy's got to get his camera set up. He's got to get on. He's got to get all of his audience ready. I'm gonna talk to the guy I'm obsessed with. I'm gonna talk to the guy. Jeremy right now is putting on, fixing his hair, getting himself done. I've got to get on camera. I get to talk to Chille. Jeremy, I'll only get on the phone with you if you don't live stream it. But I'm going to check your channel right now, Jeremy. And if you live stream it, then I'm not going to talk to you on the phone. I'm going to check your channel, Jeremy. And if you don't get to you don't get to live stream it, Jeremy. There's the stipulations to the stream, dude. You don't get to live stream the video, or I won't talk to you. You can record it and then play it later. You can film yourself, but I'm not going to have you profit off of my live stream. You can play it later, Blue Bacon. But I'm watching right now, and so if you're live streaming, then I won't take your phone call. Where you? Nope, I don't see anything here. I do see just pictures of me all up and down your videos, dude. Is that you, Jeremy?
No, this is not Jeremy. Is this Chille?
Is this Jeremy?
No, my name. I believe you're talking about Blue Bacon.
You're not Blue Bacon, dude. No, I'd have to.
I'm Blue Bacon. I'm not Jeremy. I don't know where you're getting the name from.
Was it James? Was it
the guy that I covered before you who was breaking a lot of laws?
James Fuellner?
There you go.
Okay, so what's up, man? So No,
I'm just.
Do you want to?
Happy to be able to talk to you.
Do you want to? Do you want to go out with me?
No,
you don't.
My type in any way.
You don't want to date me?
No, thank you. I appreciate the offer. I'm gonna get a hard pass.
Well, why? Let me ask you a question. How come you're so obsessed? No. I brought you on, and you've made so many videos about me. I just got to ask you, man. Why are you obsessed with me?
I'm not. I'm really not. But it's fun that you think that that's the kind of attention you get. It's more that you just really make it very easy for me to make content because you say a lot of things that contradict a lot of things that you either said before.
I make it easy for you to make content? Is that what you said?
Finish or not? Are you able to let me finish or no?
Well, I'm just chiming in.
You really have to control the narrative that already can't let me finish the last 2 words in this sentence.
Go ahead.
Here's my question.
I'm really sorry, James. I'm really sorry.
It's fine. Here's my question. Well, obviously you're not going to let me finish because you're still talking. Here's my question.
I'm trying to.
Let me finish. Please let me finish.
You sound like a cop. James. You sound like a cop. But you sound like a cop. How you get so mad if people don't let you talk.
Oh.
You used to get so.
This is fun.
No,
Okay.
I'm just saying.
You asked me twice for a debate, and both times you decided not to do it. I'm curious why.
Well, you're a troll, James. I'm
not actually. I provide factual information on my channel.
No, I mean,
and
there's
the fact that you don't like the information, which is factual and can be proven, can be backed up with real evidence, does not make me a troll.
No, actually, if you wanted to debate anything, what I would debate you, James,
I tell people simply not to do that.
Is that you made a video,
right now, this is actually very important information for you because it's something that you're including in your lawsuit, allegedly.
Yeah, James, you're facing a lawsuit, dude. Did you know that? Did you know that?
I don't know what you're saying because I'm still talking.
Oh, right. He's like a cop. He's like a cop. Where if you don't let him talk, he loses his mind.
You said I told people to call your cell phone.
Yeah, I mean he's really bad. He's like just like a pig. I mean,
you have to hear it from me in a courtroom for the first time. It's just going to be about as embarrassing as when you try to.
He likes to talk. He likes to talk.
And I wish the best for you.
Okay. Well, James, the biggest question I have for you though is, the only thing that only made me pay attention to you is that you made a video trying to like rebut what I know about Terry versus Ohio.
Successfully, yes.
And just so you know, James, I watched it and I laughed my ass off because you were wrong about everything. Put a 1 in the chat if you think James is an expert on Terry versus Ohio. Put a 1 in the chat if you think James is an expert in Terry versus Ohio. Put a 2 if you think I'm an expert in Terry versus Ohio. Let's just take a vote. Put a 1 if you think James is an expert on Terry versus Ohio. Put a 2 if you think that I'm an expert on Terry.
You're a very biased chat who hasn't figured out why you're lying to them. An excellent
2 is for me. 2 is for me. 1 is for James. Let's see how many trolls we have in here.
Is your chat comprised of people who are experts, or would they not know? Because I feel like you're not really drawing.
James, you got a bunch of trolls in here, James.
You have your video, and I have my video.
You got a bunch of trolls.
My video clearly says that you're trying to make something racist out of Terry versus Ohio.
You're a moron, dude. Listen, I don't want to call you names, but you're kind of no. Hold on. When you talk about Terry, yeah, I mean, you've been talking the whole time, man. It's impossible to even get a word in edgewise with you when you're talking. Like, he talks so much, dude.
Officer said he didn't like the way someone looked, and he tried to make it a racial thing. That was addressed in the oral arguments, and it was brought up.
This guy's a dunce cap. It's incredible.
That's what it means.
But you don't know what you're talking about. But you don't know what you're talking about. That's the most important thing. No, listen, James, I only brought you on to ask you a couple questions. Why are you so obsessed with me? Is it just to make money? Because you're getting good views now. I'm just asking you, why are you so obsessed with me? But you didn't. You said what? You're what? How do I affect your life? In which way?
Would you like me to answer a second?
But in which way do I affect your life? I don't know you. We've never met. I'm not the governor of Washington. So why do you care so much about me? Why do you make videos about me?
Why did you care about Tina Slay?
I cared about Caleb Slay. Well, she's a fraud is how she affects me. But I asked you a question. So that, you guys, just so you know, what that's called is whataboutism. When I ask him a question and then he says, well, what about this? Instead of answering the question, it's a perfect fallacy, and that's what he did. You don't want people to rule a conversation by, well, what about this? I just asked him a direct question. Instead of answer it, what he did was then said, well, what about that? That's called whataboutism. You guys can look it up on Google. It's called whataboutism. So can you answer the question now? Because I asked you a question that I want to see. This is why I don't go on your shitty troll channels, and I never will. Because you guys, what you do is you overwhelm a conversation and you don't allow the other person to have any kind of word in edgewise. No, you're going to answer my question first. Why are you so? How do I affect? How I didn't. How do I affect your life? No. I asked you a question. You didn't answer it. Why are you so obsessed with me? And why would you make? You can't talk and listen at the same time. So let me try it again. Why are you so? Why are you so obsessed with me? And why do you just make videos about me when you don't know me? And I don't affect your life in any way, shape, or form. Can you just, because I have an actual audience who's on a mission. Why are you so obsessed with me though? I'm just trying to understand it.
If you stop talking, I can answer.
Okay, go ahead.
And I hope that you let me finish. Okay.
Well, if you're gonna go on some rant about some stupid shit, I probably won't.
So I can't answer the question.
Okay.
Are you done?
Well, if you're gonna answer, I will be. But if you're not, I won't be.
Okay, you're still going. May I? Yes or no?
I'm waiting.
That's a yes or no.
He's just like a cop.
Yes or no?
He's just like a cop. I'm trying to get you to answer the question, and apparently you won't. So
May I continue? Yes or no?
I'm waiting for you to answer the question.
No.
How do I affect your life?
Okay.
Besides making you money.
Here's the thing. Well, you're still talking. I don't know what you expect me to do about that. Because you already said that only one of us is talking at the time.
This is how annoying his channel is too. But go ahead.
Do you mind if do you want the answer or not?
I'm waiting.
All we have to do is close your mouth. It's really easy. There, I just did it right there. Okay. So here's the answer to your question. How do you affect my life? And why am I obsessed with you? I'm not obsessed with you. As I stated before, you make it really easy to create content about you in a manner that does affect people in general by preventing them from being, suckered into what I personally believe is a scam of some sort.
Oh, okay. So, but you have to answer that though. How is anybody getting scammed from me? Explain that. No. But you haven't explained the scam that I do. What scam is it? Where are people? My products are $25 for the. But well, because I want to have a conversation here with you. Remember, I don't make videos about you. I don't know you. You're the creepy guy who's following my feed to make videos. You're the creeper, but you are creepy, dude. No. Hold on a minute. You are creepy though, right? Like you are creepy. No, but you make videos about me. I don't know you. We've never met. I'm not in government where you live. So like you making videos about me is really creepy. And then, but you just said I'm a scammer. Okay, so but you have to explain that. But you're not. You're just talking like a cop. And so tell me why and which one. So my poster for the printed laminated one's $139. It's pretty expensive, but I've only sold 100 of those or so, and everybody likes them. And then the other one's $99, and then the other products I have are $24.99 and $19.99, $5. So, but you said I'm scamming people. So tell me how I'm scamming people. You have the floor to explain how I scam them.
Okay, now you're talking again. I don't know how you think conversations work, but it's not this. If you can't figure out how the basic conversation works, I struggle to believe you understand how the law works. But that, that's a cheap shot on my part. I'd like to apologize for that. And I will answer your question. But I'm going to do the second question, not the third.
No, I want to know how I'm scamming people. You got the floor. You said you'd answer it. I want to know how I'm scamming people.
I'm trying. Yeah, of course you will.
You said I was a scammer, dude. There's 320 people listening. They want to answer for the question, and I asked you a direct question. Can you just explain how I scam anybody when my products are either for free? I give them for free. Does everybody know that? You can get my products totally for free. So I'm just wondering, how is a scam if I give my products away for nothing? So can you just let me know how I'm a scammer?
I'm trying to. May I?
Well, but you said you weren't going to answer the question, and that's why I don't go on your shitty troll channels, because what you do is you bombard people and you just go over and over on stupid shit and they can't respond.
I'm the one bombarding. Okay.
Yeah, you follow me around like a creep, dude. You're a creepy guy. You're super creepy, man. You make content about me all the time. I'm creeped out by you. So it's creepy as fuck, dude. Just think about it. Like, it's creepy, dude. You're a creepy guy, dude. And then the fact that we can't find you, that you hide your identity. This guy hides his identity so well. Right. So can you just... No, but that's not the question I want you to answer. You called me a scammer, so I want to know what that answer is. Okay, so we're not gonna continue the call then. We're gonna let you go here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. If you're gonna play that Okay, I'm going to do the third one. I'll do the third one.
I want to hear your answer. How I'm a scammer.
I'm trying to give it to you. Spend 5 minutes not letting me give an answer. Right, here we go. Ready?
Okay, go ahead.
The reason you're a scammer is because you put out false information. You try to get people to give you money. Now, I believe you know this information is not correct.
Oh, really?
And you have a history
of
doing some unusual. If you want an answer, you gotta let me give it, bud. Want an answer, you gotta let me give it, okay? Okay. So you have this history throughout your life of getting involved in what I might call schemes. Other people might call it something else.
What like what kind of scheme of? So where's the person who said I was the schemer? Who's the witness to that? It was a company I started that failed. That everybody invested in it, lost their money. That's what happens when people invest in a tech company.
Okay.
So the company failed, and people lost. No, I don't. No, I don't have a lot of businesses. No, I don't. I've had 5 companies in my entire life. So that's not a bunch of businesses.
Most people don't have 5 companies in their entire life.
Most people are not entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs have far more than that.
Okay, so what entrepreneurial person?
So coded friends. Now you said I have a history of scamming people. Who is it? Which person?
No, I said you have a history of unusual business practices.
Like with who said that though? You're the one saying that. You're making up lies. Who said that? Do you have any of my investors? My investors have been heard on the phone, 2 or 3 of them, and none of them have said that. You're the only one saying that. But nobody. So what this guy's doing is he just called me a scammer and then said that a tech company that I had that failed and everybody lost their money. And everybody knows they lost their money, and I know that lost, right? He's trying to say I'm a scammer because I started a company and it failed. Look up the success rate for technology companies. Look them up, and you'll see. I made it 4 years in my tech company, which was pretty good, and I'm pretty proud of that. I'm really sad my investors lost their money, but that doesn't make you a scammer when you raise money as an entrepreneur and you start a corporation. That's not how it works. That's not scamming. That's actually trying something, taking a shot at something. So, no. Right. So, and just so you guys know, I've had several investors on here that I've talked to, you know, worked so hard to get those companies done. And, you know, just so you know, the company that he mentioned, Coded Friends, it was so heartbreaking, you know. Even talking about it's hard because I put my heart and soul into something, you know. So guys like this, though, who don't try anything, they're just literally sucky busts off your energy. You know, it's just so normal. So then what other companies did I raise? No, what other companies did I raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for that failed? Can you name another company? Can you name another company that I raised more than $100,000 for?
I don't know any companies you raised $100,000 for.
I raised far more than that for Coded Friends, my friend. But can you list any other companies that I've raised over $100,000 from?
I do know that your alleged knowledge of law is so incredibly bad.
No, we're talking about me being a scammer right now, Blue Bacon. You don't have a single witness. Nobody has come forward and said that I ever cheated them out of money, but now you're on here saying that I did. So you don't have any witnesses, though. You're just talking shit. So I just explained clearly that I had a tech company that failed. Oh, Susie, I don't need you, dude. I'm really sorry to see you go, Susie, but it was nice to have had you here for a little while, you know. So, Blue, so that's not a scammer if you try to start a company. So then what else? You know, why do you make videos about me just to make money?
No, I do it to protect people from you.
But you're not protecting anybody from me. No one has seen me and then said, "Oh man, thank God I saw Blue Bacon."
I have those messages, yeah.
No, you don't. You're a liar. You are such a fraud, dude. Listen, you make videos about me to make money. Do you make money from your YouTube channel?
Yes, yeah, I do profit off it, yes.
How much money do you make?
That's a good question.
No, how much money do you make? How much are your super chats? I've seen your super chats. What do you make on an average live feed where you just disparage me?
Join us in live sometime. You can count them yourself.
No, how much money, oh, Penny, you can go too.
Gosh, I wish I knew.
You were blue sucking as well. I don't want you here.
No, I'm sure.
So, but how much money do you make per live stream? How much money do you make per live stream? How much money do you make per live stream?
I don't know. It depends on the live stream.
No, but you make like hundreds of dollars each live stream.
I don't make the exact amount, the same amount each and every time. I don't know.
So
Are you jealous? You want tips?
But you make a ton of money off me, don't you?
I mean, it depends on what you call a ton of money.
What'd you make this last month? What was your monthly income on YouTube and Super Chats? What'd you make?
I don't know. I don't have the information.
Yes, you do. You have it on Google Analytics on your phone. I can pull up mine right now. I can pull up here. Let me show you how. No, it's on his phone. He can pull it up and look at it.
I don't care how to do it. I know how to do it.
So here's mine, guys. Here's what mine looks like. This is mine right here. You guys can see it. See that right there? There's my analytics. You can see it. It looks like $2.3 thousand in revenue from YouTube and Super Chats. That's how much money I've made from YouTube, just so everybody can see it. What's yours, Blue? What's yours? How much money are you making off me?
Heck, I have no idea.
You're making a lot more than 2,300, aren't you?
Am I?
I mean, are you? Aren't you?
You tell me.
No, I mean, why can't you just answer the question? Why are you such a fraud, dude? You called me a fraud with you have no witnesses. You don't have a single person who said I've cheated them. Not one person. Not one person. But how much money are you making off me, dude? No, why don't we just let everybody know how much money you're making off? How much money do you make per live stream? How much money? Why don't you open up your YouTube studio? Open up your YouTube studio. Blue Bacon. Open up your YouTube studio and show everybody how much money you're making off of me. I just showed mine, dude. I just showed it to everybody. Open up yours. Well, you don't have YouTube Studio on your phone? I'll bet you do.
No, I'm pulling it up. You showed me how to do it. You led the way.
So, how much money are you making? You called me a scammer and said that my tech company failed. Hey, Dunscap, let me ask you a question. How many companies have you started?
Oh, I'd estimate 30,000.
No. I mean, answer honestly. How many companies have you started? Where you started a corporate charter, how many companies have you started? How many?
Now you might be right. It's probably
no, how many?
28.
0. He started 0 companies. That's how many.
That's not true.
How much money have you raised from investors in your lifetime? How many investors have you raised money from? How many investors have you raised money from?
I estimate at least. What's the population? I'd say about 4 billion.
Do you see what this guy offers, guys? Do you see what he offers? I showed you guys.
$3,000 a day on you.
Do you see why I don't go on their channels? Because when it comes down to actually showing you guys the truth, he called me a fraud and said that I scam people out of their money. And then what he did was I said, well, who's the one complaining? Who's the person that said that I cheated them? And he has nobody. He called me a scammer with no victims. So where are the victims at, though, dude? Where's the person I hurt? Where's the beating babe? Tina Slay, we've talked about Tina Slay Richardson. I wanted to try to help her. I was called a racist. I didn't have any power. I couldn't help her. How was she a victim? I paid for her kids' rally. Did you know I paid for everything? Did Tina tell you I paid for her food? Oh, I paid for everything. I paid for groceries. Did I tell you what else? Did you? Hold on a minute. Let's ask Blue Bacon this. Did you go there and talk about her dead son? Did you? How do you even know about her? How do you know about her? How do you know about Tina Slay Richardson? How does anybody here know about Tina Slay Richardson? How do you know about Tina Slay Richardson? How do you know about her? Through me. How do you know about Caleb Slay? Through me. How many people did Tina Slay call? Every person she could call. How many people returned her phone call? 0. 0. No one returned her phone call. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Now this guy I have no respect for this dude. No, he doesn't get a platform with me. I just wanted to show you guys that he doesn't have any relevancy. There's nothing to him. He's just a paper tiger. He can't produce a victim, can't produce anything. It's just all garbage. He wants to bring up a woman whose kid was murdered by the DEA who's focused on me, that goes on all the troll channels to talk about me. It's just stupid. But the only reason anybody knows about her is because I went there to help her. So he said she contacted me because you did nothing for her. The only reason people know about Tina is because I went there. So how much money are you making? How much money are you making? How much money are you making? How much money are you making?
You gonna keep this relevant or not?
Nah, I'm done with you, dude. Listen, I'll see you in federal court, my friend. I'll see you in federal. Make all the videos you want, but I'll see you in federal court later, dude. All right, guys, I got stuff I got to do, but it's all good. Yeah, I agree with you, Golden State. It's pretty stupid. Nah, Blue, don't make me block you from the channel, dude. I don't mind you coming by and trying to be the parasite that you are, as you suck off of me. But the truth is that you are a parasite, dude. You are a total parasite. You know, you suck off me, bro. If you want, you can come right down here, because you are a total parasite, dude. You really are a parasite. You are the lowest scum of all people, dude. Like, I couldn't even imagine having the life you have. And when he hung up just now, he's like, oh, I'm not done with you. Like, he's gonna obsess over my channel, make more video. Masshole, they're restreaming me. They're all watching. Just gross. The people who are watching on the Masshole channel, right? Remember, there's no victims. There's nobody. Meanwhile, did you guys hear Turtle Boy's video yesterday about Kate? Her mom filed for the kids. She lost 2 of her kids. And then did you hear when I made my video? Kate's on record saying, I hate myself. And then I'm talking to my ex-girlfriend and I say, I love myself. We're just 2 completely opposite people. I love myself. I love what I'm doing. I love other people, and I'm going to help people. I'm going to continue to help people. And I'm going to stay super focused on making sure that I educate and I help people. But it's just absolutely crazy. I mean, you guys just heard. You scam people. Who are the people? Nobody. You know, you do this. Well, where's the person? When you do someone wrong, typically they're willing to stand up and talk against you. He doesn't have that. It just doesn't exist. So, all right, I've got to get to work. How far away am I anyway? I pulled over randomly because I was having a good time talking, and then that douchebag called in. It's just incredible. You know, remember, you know, we're not going to stop. I mean, you know, and to all the people who over there and you learned about me from a troll channel, you know, I recommend you go back and watch some of my content, because you know, we're on a mission to change a corrupt system that doesn't work. And if your dad's a cop, or your brother's a cop, or your best friend is a cop, and you're just not going to be able to agree, then that's cool. Go with God. Do what you're going to do. I wish you the best of luck in your life. But it's like, I'm going to change this rotten system called policing. Yeah, I think that should be the response. Every time Kate always wins, Kate always loses her kids. I mean, the woman Kate, who you guys are watching through the Masshole, that she's making a ton of money, that woman lost 2 of her children. Her own mother filed for a protective order against her kids in 2010 or 2012. It was on Turtle Boy's channel. I'm just repeating what he said. So if it's not true, that's actual defamation. Oh, Chuck Bronson. Chuck Bronson, dude. Chuck Bronson, love you, dude. I love Chuck Bronson, man. Thanks for coming by. So, you know, it's like, you know, the woman that these people are hanging out with is as bad as Josh from AFA. You know, Josh has a video where a woman made a video and said, look what he did, and she's all beat up. There's a police report that said he jumped on top of me, put his hand over my mouth, and then she screamed and ran out of the room. I mean, that's crazy. You know, Kate lost her kids, and she's charged with neglecting her children, where they took her kids away. Really crazy. Blue Bacon, that guy's, I mean, he's a creepy dude. He keeps on saying horrible things about me, but then there's no proof of anything. Anything criminal I've ever done, there's no victim to the criminality. So anything that I've done wrong is... I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are.
I work in the store. The phone's for you.
Oh, no, it's just a troll. I don't want to talk to him. Thank you, though. So it's like, Chuck... yeah, Chuck Bronson throwing out the kid. And Chuck's not rich, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to Chuck Bronson's channel, and turn around and make sure you pay it forward for that man, because he's an icon in this actual activism business, you know. But so there it is, right there, you guys. You guys just saw there is absolutely no proof of anything about me bad, but it's not what this is about. This is about us changing the system, and that's why all the little police families are supporting these people, and everybody who's against change is supporting these people, and they're making a ton of money. But if you guys are watching on a troll channel and you actually take the time to watch my content, you might find out what actual integrity and being genuine is all about. If you actually take the time to watch the channel and listen to the things that I teach and the things that I preach, and I follow the things that I teach and I preach, and I put my money where my mouth is. Every single dime that I make from my online store, DeletelawZ, I spend 100% on a mission to change. 100%. And yeah, Gloria, I already sent your trifold out. So yeah, I give away all of my digital products for free. I sell my digital products online, the digital poster, digital ebook, digital trifold. But if you can't afford it and you email me, I'll give it to you for free. So I mean, I've always just been this way because it's about the mission. So anyway, listen, I have got to go. I've got to go do something else right now. But love you guys. Thank you for staying with me. I appreciate it. This was a really long live. I didn't plan on this being so long, so live. But I'm really glad that guy called in because, dude, I hope you get all the content in the world from that. We'll see whether or not you have defamed me in federal tort law, but that will remain to be seen. So we'll see how that goes. But you will face being served, and you are going to federal tort law. That's 100%. You know, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the good compliments. And for all those people watching on those troll channels, you know, think about the substance of which you are and what we're leaving behind for the next generation. This is a bad system that has to be changed. And that's my mission. And you should be joining me, not hating me. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for coming. Remember, we don't stop. We don't stop. Under any circumstances, we don't stop. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, guys. Hey, Chuck Bronson. God bless you, dude. Well, I can't take your money and run. I got to sit here for 5 more seconds at least. Thank you, Chuck Bronson. I appreciate you, dude. I mean, dude, you know, it's funny. There are people like Chuck Bronson who are genuinely for change. If you watch his channel, he'll be driving around somewhere tonight for 6-8 hours sometimes, just chasing around the scanner. And thank you, Chuck Bronson, for supporting me, dude. I really appreciate it. You guys share the videos through, and do me a favor. Don't let these trolls come into my comments and beat me up. All the trolls are going to come into my comments. Don't let them come in there and drop some BS, because I've stopped reading the comments. I'm just like over it, because I go to the comments and it's just a bunch of hatred. My subscribers and the people who are down for this mission, when you see them do some crap in there, make sure that you go and counter them, because they literally don't have a mission. They don't have a mission. So love you guys, man. Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot for coming. I really appreciate you. God bless you, Chuck. I mean, coming through, dude. You are just absolutely amazing. I mean, Chuck Bronson, you're top notch, brother. Love you, man. All right, I will get the flock out of here now, and I'll stop talking. And I will see you guys on the next one. Later, Gator. You're a scammer. Who did I scam? You did have a company that failed. Yeah, I did. Okay. You scammed them, but none of them are mad. All right, I'm out of here.